You're looking for that perfect oven roasted turkey recipe that's going to set the table at the next occasion? No worries, Confident Cooking has got you. So put your cape on and let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Now, these are the ingredients that we're going to be working with. But from the start, I want to let you know that these ingredients are optional because nobody stuffs their turkey the same. Now, I'm going to show you step by step with a couple of pro tips along the way. So let's get started. Now, we're going to start with our turkey that's been brined overnight. Now, for the people that don't brine, no worries. I'm going to show you in this video how to inject your turkey also. Now, from the start, we're going to take a paper towel and we're going to dry up as much moisture off our turkey as we can. And once we're done with that, we're going to take 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And a little bit goes a long ways. And we're going to rub this over our entire turkey. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start working our hands underneath the skin of the breast cavity, because we want to prepare our turkey for this fresh compound butter that we're about to make. We just want to make sure that the skin is loose enough so we can get our compound butter underneath. Now, we're going to take our time because we don't want to split the skin. Now, we're going to start chopping up our parsley. Now, you can chop up additional herbs to go inside this compound butter like sage, thyme, and rosemary. Now, those same herbs we're going to be adding a little later on, but we're going to do it in a different way, which is a pro tip to help me, and I'm sure it's going to help you. So stick around. Now, you can add salt and pepper along with this mix with the melted butter, but I'm going to hold back the salt and the pepper for right now, being that this turkey has been brined, and we're also going to inject it. So we're going to start with 3 cloves of garlic. And once we get finished pressing our 3 cloves of garlic, we'll take the back side of a knife or a spatula, and we're going to get the rest of that off of our press. Then we're going to add in our fresh chopped parsley, and then our 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, all of this is really a dump and go. And then once we're done with that, we're going to set everything to the side. And you don't want to overwork this. You just want to basically just turn and mix, and just turn and mix. And it really doesn't take that much. Now, that was easy enough, and this is what your compound butter should look like. Now, we're going to set our compound butter to the side, and I'm going to show you the marinades that we're going to be using in this recipe. Now, we have a Louisiana Cajun butter, and it comes with its own injector. Now, for a popular brand, we have our Tony's Creole butter, but we're going to be using Louisiana Cajun butter on this recipe today, which is going to go absolutely amazing with this turkey. Now, back to our turkey. Now, we're going to take that fresh compound butter that we just made, and we're going to put a little bit in the palm of our hand, and we're going to work it underneath the skin, and then we're just going to smooth it out. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this about 2 or 3 times, and it's very simple. And if you don't want to use your hands, you can use a spoon, as long as you don't rip your skin. So take your time. This is not a race. You just put a little bit of compound butter in the palm of your hand, put your hand underneath the skin, take your other hand and just smooth it out. Perfect. Now, I want to hear from everybody in the comment box below. What do you stuff your turkey with? And when was the first time that you took on the challenge to cook a turkey all by yourself? Now, we've already removed the rest of the turkey parts, but we have this one last piece, which is the back end. We're going to cut on the left side of it and then the right, and then we're going to twist it and then cut it right in the middle, and it should come clean. Now, this piece of skin here, now this piece, do not cut, because you're going to use this to truss your turkey. And this will ensure that your legs stay in place, even though that you have it inside of that piece of skin. Now, for the ones that want to learn, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to tie your turkey or truss your turkey. Now, these turkey parts, we're not going to discard them. We're going to use these for our turkey and gravy recipe. Now, all of these pieces and parts, we're going to cut these up, and we're going to put these in a skillet, but this is going to be for a later video that I'm going to be posting. So make sure that you check that out. Now, like I said, the Louisiana Marinade Creole butter comes with its own injector. I have an industrial size injector. Now, we're going to start injecting your turkey from the breast. Now, from the breast and then the legs. Now, you can inject your turkey in the wings also and at the top of the breast. But being that we've already brined this turkey, I'm just showing you an easy way of injecting your turkey. Now, you have a choice. You can do more or you can do less. It's basically up to you how much marinade that you want to inject into your turkey. Now, after we get finished injecting our turkey with our marinade, You want to let it rest at least an hour or two. This gives the marinade enough time to work its way through the turkey. Overnight is preferred, but being that this turkey has already been brined, we're going to go ahead and just go right into the cook. We're going to take that leftover compound butter and we're going to start brushing it over our turkey. You don't have to brush your turkey. If you want to just take the leftover butter and you just want to rub it all over your turkey, then do so. Now, this is going to encourage that browning process after we're done cooking the turkey, which we're going to turn the oven on broil. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to preheat our oven to 425 degrees. Now, most people will put their turkey at 450 for the first 25 to 30 minutes. But remember, I told you that everybody's oven is not the same and everybody's taste buds are not the same. So it's whatever works for you. Just keep an eye on it. Now, remember I told you that I had another option for your fresh herbs. Now, with this trick that I've learned, you can use this with soups and stews and stocks. Now, this is our fresh herbs. Now, your fresh herbs, you can just put it in whatever that you like, but this is a little trick that I've learned myself. Now, this includes rosemary, sage, thyme, bay leaves, and also garlic cloves. Now, you're going to want to start with your rosemary. You'll lay it down flat and then add your sage. Then we're going to take our garlic cloves that we'll split in half. Then we're going to take your bay leaf and your thyme. And then you're going to tie all of this together and then just make a knot. Now this way, whenever that you put this inside of your turkey or your soups, your stews, or your stocks, you don't have to pick all of this out. So as easy as you put it in, you can take it out. Just a little bit of a pro tip. Now back to our turkey. Now remember I told you nobody stuffs their turkey the same. Now I'm going to take my onions first. And I'm going to take 2 pieces of onion and I'm going to block my neck cavity. Now once I put my onions in, then I lay my carrots down at the bottom. And then I'm going to take my carrots. Now once I lay a bed of carrots, the same herbs that we tied together, I'm going to push that to the back of the turkey. I want to take a break and invite everyone to the Confident Cooking community, where we have weekly posts and pics, and where you communicate and feel more like family. Now, after I have my herbs in place, I'm going to go in with my celery, and then I'm going to go in with my potatoes. Now, you still want to leave a little bit of room so the turkey cooks even, but you want to try to get as much in as you can, but still leaving a little bit of space for the heat to pass through your cavity. Now, don't worry about the leftover vegetables because I'm going to take these same potatoes and I'm going to roast these in the oven. Now, the vegetables, the leftover vegetables, which is the carrots and the celery and the onions, I'm going to use that in the stock for my turkey gravy. Now, remember I told you the ones that wanted to learn how to tie or to truss your turkey, I was going to show you in this video. Now, you're going to take your butcher's twine and start from the front of the turkey and then bring it around. Now, normally you will bring it through the crease of the turkey legs, but I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to go under and then up. And then I'm going to go around the turkey legs. And then I'm going to take a well-placed knot. Now, this is only going to ensure that the skin that's holding your turkey legs now stays in place. Now, is this a process that you really have to do? No, you do not. You do not have to tie your turkey. This just ensures that the skin doesn't break while you're roasting your turkey. For some of the items that I'm going to be using in the video, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for an Amazon affiliate account, which helps out the channel a lot for qualifying purchases that we earn commission on. Now, once we tie the knot in our butcher's twine, we're going to cut away the excess. Just like so. Perfect. Now, once we're done tying our turkey, we're going to take that same butter and go over our turkey and make sure that any imperfections of where we smudged the butter, that the turkey browns evenly while it's in the oven. Now, I'm sure that there's a large amount of viewers that still depend on the plastic pop-ups that come with the turkey to gauge the temperature of the doneness. I still recommend that you use a meat thermometer to check your turkey. That way you know that it's not undercooked or it's overcooked. Now, we're going to take our roaster pan. And even though this is non-stick, we're going to take a little bit of Pam and we're going to spray it inside of the pan. Not real heavy, but just lightly. Just enough where it doesn't stick. Now we're going to sit this to the side and then we're going to go back to our turkey. Now you can pick your favorite poultry seasoning. You don't have to use the poultry seasoning that I have. Just use your favorite poultry seasoning. You don't have to use the same seasoning that I use. There's also another brand that I would recommend, and that's Kinder's. And they have a poultry garlic butter poultry seasoning that will go great with this recipe. You don't want to season this heavy. You just want to season it lightly, so whenever that you start the browning process, that this actually seasons your drippings that's at the bottom of the pan. Now, my number one tool, whenever that I'm oven roasting a large piece of meat, I'm going to use a meat thermometer. Now, this thermometer, you have seen me use this in other videos. This is a Taylor Wire Pro meat thermometer, and it has temperature alert as well as a timer alert. And this right here is going to help you come with perfection when it comes to your turkey. Now, whenever that you're inserting your meat probe, you want to make sure that you don't insert it straight down, because then you'll hit the bone and it'll give you a false reading. Make sure that you go down and then to the side and to the thickest part of the turkey. Now we're going to set our meat thermometer at 165 degrees. Now let's get this over into the oven, which is already preheated at 425 degrees. We're going to let this bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Now, once we have it in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, we're going to reduce the heat to 350. This is a 16-pound turkey, so we're going to wind up cooking this 13 to 15 minutes for every pound. So this should take about 4 hours, 4.5 hours at the most. Now, if you like, you can add chicken stock to the bottom of your roaster pan to intensify that taste of the drippings in the bottom of the pan whenever that you make your turkey and gravy recipe. Not only do we have the compound butter on the breast of the turkey, once this cooks and the aromatics from the butter and the fresh herbs along with the vegetables start to cook with the poultry season, this is going to be a flavor that your family is not going to never forget, and they're going to enjoy this recipe year after year. Now, in the first hour, we're going to take a butter base, which is just melted butter. I'm going to take my baster and I'm just going to baste the turkey. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm going to recover the turkey and I'm going to place it back in the oven. Now, every 25 to 30 minutes, I'm going to baste the turkey, but it won't be with the butter base. It's going to be with the drippings in the bottom of the pan. Now, butter basting the turkey in that first hour, it's going to encourage more of that browning process. Come on, people, this recipe is so easy. Put your cape on and let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Now that we're at our 2.5 hour mark, we're going to take the drippings in the bottom of the pan and we're going to start basting our turkey. And this is coming along great. Now, once we're done basting our turkey, we're going to put the aluminum foil back on. We're going to put it back in the oven for another 1.5 hours. Now, in between this, I'm going to continue on basting the turkey. Every 25 to 30 minutes that I'm going to be basting this turkey, the color is going to continue on getting golden brown. Now, we're going to put this back in the oven for another additional 1.5 hours. Now, after 1.5 hours, we're going to take all the aluminum foil off of the turkey, and then we're going to put it back in the oven, but we're going to turn it on broil. Now, remember, I told you, everybody's oven is not the same, and everybody's taste buds are not the same. So you're going to have to keep an eye on it, because where I stop browning my turkey might not be the same as yours. And this is what we have. Confident cooking, you can't go wrong with this. Now, this turkey came out absolutely amazing. This is beautiful. Now, we're going to set this to the side and we're going to allow for it to rest for about 30 to 35 minutes before we even cut into it. This is absolutely beautiful. Now that our turkey has rested, we're going to take a cut into the leg. Now, the reason that I do this is because I don't want to push the leg back so we can get a clean cut on the breast. The total cook time for this turkey was about 4.5 hours. Now, everybody's oven is not the same, so yours may be a little longer or a little lesser. We're going to move this little piece out of the way. Now, as I'm slicing this, you can see just how tender that the turkey is. And as you see, it's just cut just like butter. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to press right here, as you can see how soft the breast is. Now, I can't wait anymore. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a couple of larger pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on a plate. Now, this is a perfect oven roasted turkey recipe that your family is definitely going to enjoy. And as always, enjoy the comfort of cooking and treat and feed everybody like family. And I'll see you in the next video.